Cox Communications welcomes you to Loeb Stadium in Lafayette, Indiana, site of the 1997 Colt World Series. Tonight's matchup, the Lafayette All-Stars against Kauai, Hawaii. Stay tuned. Baseball's next.
Tell them it's 150 channels.
That's good.
That's good. Tell them it's only $850 installed.
$850. That's good.
That's good. Tell them they buy it, they own it.
They own it. That's good.
That's good. Then in 2 years, if it's obsolete, they'll buy another.
Buy another. That's good.
That's business. Yes, ma'am. Interested in the satellite dish?
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television.
$850. Buy it, own it, obsolete in 2 years, buy another. That's good. That's good.
Isn't it nice to know you already have it?
Rain, rain, go away, come back another day should be tonight's theme song between the Lafayette All-Stars and Kauai, Hawaii. Hello again, everyone. I'm Tony Ross. A pleasure to be with you once again, joined by my partner in crime, Jake Burton, who's the head coach and athletic director of McCutcheon High School. Jake, the Lafayette All-Stars right now, in a sense, they kind of got their backs to the wall. They're 1-1, but really the records don't mean anything.
Well, we're basically come down to the number of runs that Lafayette can score tonight. We're in a tie-breaking situation if Lafayette wins. If Lafayette loses, it's Hawaii and Lutker. If Lafayette wins, they've got to score 8 runs to be second place and move on, and then Hawaii goes home. If Lafayette wins and scores 7 or fewer runs, then Lafayette goes home and Hawaii's in.
We're going to get another look at Shane Allen tonight for the Lafayette All-Stars. Pitched a really good game for Lafayette's only win.
Shane threw really well. I mean, he throws a pretty good fastball. He's got some pop on it with some off-speed stuff. He keeps the batters off balance, locates the ball well. As long as he does that, Lafayette's got a good chance tonight.
Well, this Kauai-Hawaii team, make no mistake about it, folks, a tremendous team, and they're very aggressive.
They're aggressive. They're a typical Hawaii team. They come in, they run, they bunt, they steal. They do everything, you know, and do it pretty well. Usually they have really good pitching, but what we've seen so far, they have one really good pitcher, and he's already thrown in the first 2 games, so I don't expect to see him unless they come in late here, and they're in a situation where they got to have him in there.
Folks, this is going to be a dandy of a ball game. The Lafayette All-Stars are coming off a shellacking from East St. James Lutcher, 15-3 shellacking at that, and they just let the horrible taste in their mouth, and Brian McDonald says it ain't going to happen twice. So we got a good one here. Again, it's the Kauai-Hawaii against the Lafayette All-Stars. We got the first pitch, the starting lineups, and the whole kit and caboodle coming up next. Stay tuned.
They have sale prices on top of their everyday low prices.
The produce is always fresh.
Getting a battery charger for motorcycles.
Just bought a toaster for my daughter.
Tennis shoes.
Hammers, nails.
You can find just about anything in here.
I love your sales. You can't beat it.
High and low prices, on top of low prices, every day.
The L&D Feedhorn weather cover.
Jim.
100 feet RG6 burial table.
Couldn't you have hired someone to do this?
Guy wanted $150. I'm saving us money. Whoops. Dish must face south.
Jim.
Make sure the line of sight is clear for best reception.
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television.
Jim.
Isn't it nice to know you already have it?
Picture a world where the music perfectly fits the way you feel, with the flawless sound of a great CD and no commercials, ever. You can live in that world now. It's called your home. You can create that music. It's called Music Choice, the definitive music service. Over 30 different channels direct to your stereo. So changing your mood is as easy as changing channels. Music Choice, the next great sound wave.
Truckin', got my chips cashed in, keep truckin'.
CXTV, your channel reflecting Greater Lafayette.
And welcome back to Loeb Stadium, everyone. There you see it, the 28th Annual Colt World Series, right here on Cox Communications, along with Jake Burton, Tony Ross. Let's run down the starting lineups. For the visiting Lafayette All-Stars, leading off will be their second baseman, Josh Perkins. Batting second will be the catcher, Jake Knott. Batting third will be the right-hander, Shane Allen. He's on the mound tonight. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Adam Burton. Ryan Knapp follows up in the fifth spot. He is in left. Batting sixth will be the third baseman, Jim Olds. Batting seventh will be the center fielder, Rich Gilman. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Ryan Gilman, his twin brother. And batting ninth will be the right fielder, Adam Neiswanger. Defensively for Kauai, Hawaii, you got Lance Elderlin in left field, Kaliko Oligo in center, Corey Raquel in right. It'll be Lee, Arakaki, Yamasi, and Cabral. Third to first, it'll be Ganadin behind the plate, and Josh Maida is on the hill. He's a young right-hander. We were unable to get any pitching statistics on him. But one thing we do know, this Hawaiian team's coming in with a 2-win and no-loss record, and yet it still might not mean anything after it's all said and done. We are ready for the first pitch of the ball game to Josh Perkins, and he's going to tap it right in front of the plate. The catcher, Ganadin, right on it, fires over to first in time, 1 up, 1 down. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Before tonight's game, Lafayette was practicing at CC, and they took about an hour and a half's worth of batting practice, according to Coach McDonald. There you see Jake Knott. He stands in, and the first pitch to him misses inside. You saw his numbers there. Knott 1 for 6 in the series, was 1 for 3 in Game 2 against East St. James. And the 1-0. That's in and over, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Jake Knott's only hit was a double, and that came in the second game for Lafayette. A check swing, he went around, and that'll cost Knott a strike. He's down on the count quickly, 1-2. Jake Knott talking to the home plate umpire saying, I didn't go around on that, but obviously the man in blue thought otherwise, as you take a look at Brian McDonald on your screen.
You know, Tony, I think all Jake's asking for is can you check? And some of these, you know, it's incredible how perfect they may think they are. We got a lot of good umpires in this Lafayette area. This crew here is from Pennsylvania, but I think he should check first base if there's any question. There's a question on that.
The 1-2, that one just a little bit upstairs.
I mean, usually those umpires have it already made up that if I check with you and I've already called a strike, you better call a strike so he's going to get, you know, look good anyway. So.
Right. The deuce even pitch, just a little low. So the count full now to 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Knott. Shane Allen stands on deck. He is tonight's pitcher for the Lafayette All-Stars, who would like to get a big win here. The 3-2 pitch grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. That's the way to come back, Jake.
Well, there again, the other night he's up on the bat. He got a double down the line, right field line being up on the bat. Tonight he gets back up on the bat with 2 strikes and moves the ball to right field. You just got to be able to do that. You got to be able to move the ball, control the ball, and being up on the bat allows you to do that.
Shane Allen will stand in, hitting in the series at 750 pace. No home runs, but 1 RBI. That 750 average in the Colt World Series is tops this year. And the first pitch to him is a strike. Shane Allen, this is the guy you want when you got a runner on first in this situation. Throw to first. As you saw on your screen there, the runner back. Again, that runner is Jake Knott. He has just singled. Maida with another look now comes to the plate, and the curveball ripped foul down the right field line.
Shane really hit it off his front side there, Tony. He'd already committed and was out on the front side there, didn't stay back. He needs to stay back. He can really pop the ball and hits the ball well. I've seen him hit some really long drives this year, and if he stays back here, he can hit this guy pretty well.
Here's the 0-2 coming up to Shane. That curveball didn't bite, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brian tried to do a lot of mental work with these kids after getting defeated 15-3 to East St. James, as that pitch just misses low and away. You take a look from our first base camera. So the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on, and the pitch by Maida. There's a let up, and it's pulled to the left side and through for a base hit. So back-to-back singles by the Lafayette All-Stars have them knocking on the door of Team Hawaii with 1 out.
There's another situation where Shane's up on the bat with 2 strikes. Maybe these guys need to get 2 strikes on. They go up on the bat. They don't get any big hits with there, but they're all singles, you know, and they get something going. That's how you get it, big innings going.
It's concentration. It's
exactly.
Concentration. Pure and simple. Adam Burton will stand in the series, a .333 hitter. No home runs, but he does lead the Lafayette All-Stars with 3 RBIs. The first pitch to him is low and away for ball one.
Adam needs to be ready for his first fastball that's a strike and just go after. I mean, if he gets a big hit here, gapper here, it's 2 runs and they're up 2-0 off the bat.
The 1-0, he wanted it, looked at it for a strike instead, and now the count evens at a ball and a strike.
Still can be aggressive in this situation.
Sure.
Still wants to get it. May see an off-speed pitch here, though.
Here we go. We got the 1-1 from Maeda. That let up that comes across, and now the count, a ball and 2 strikes to the number 4 hitter. Boy, Brian did some juggling, and we'll try to talk about it when we get some time here. He made some last-minute juggling of the lineup, inserted at least one new player. Here's the 1-2 to Burton. That curveball did not backdoor. Count evens at a deuce. That was close. So Adam Burton awaits the 2-2 pitch. That's pulled over the third baseman's head and foul ball. Oh, they're going to say it was fair? Nope, they're saying it's foul.
You know, the umpire's a little confused. The home plate umpire saw it was foul. Once the ball gets by the bag, it's that third base umpire's call, and he didn't make a call until after they'd already one run across the plate.
I'll tell you what, now, if we can get a shot at the third base umpire, he's the one that the ball was already down the left field line, and it took about a good 2 seconds when the ball was past him that he decided to raise his hands. That right there, he was the one who made the call.
And that's predetermined. That plate umpire knows he's got the ball all the way to the base on third and first. The base umpires have it the rest of the way, and this guy just didn't take charge.
We got a 2-2 pitch again coming up to Burton. He's going to pull it to deep short. Arakaki to turn. They got the double play to end the inning. Clifton Arakaki, the shortstop, hit Yamasi, his second baseman, who had a nice turn over to Cabral, and a 6-4-3 double play into the Lafayette threat. We have completed a half inning of baseball. Despite the 2 hits, the Lafayette All-Stars failed to score. We're back with a look at the Hawaiian lineup right after this.
We're just talking to some people today, trying to get their reaction to this Myers score.
Every day, Maya does it like no one else.
The store itself is terrific.
Are they filming me right now?
There's a great selection of everything.
Where do you think you're going? No. You got to talk to me.
There's a lot of things you can get here you can't get anywhere else.
We're just trying to get... Hello.
Anytime you save money, I enjoy that.
Isn't that what you want me to say?
Change for myself. Maya does it like nobody else.
At Cox, we know your time is valuable, so we introduced our on-time guarantee. Either we're on time or your cable installation's on us. And if we're late on a service call, you get $20.
Uh-oh.
You're on time.
Yes, ma'am.
The on-time guarantee from Cox.
If I'd been late, ma'am, we'd have owed you $20.
You don't say.
Cox, quality service you can count on.
Lafayette failed to score in their half of the first. Let's take a look at the Hawaiian lineup real quick. Leading off will be their shortstop, Clifton Arakaki, who started the double play. He'll be followed by Kaliko Oligo. Batting third will be the right fielder, Corey Raquel. Batting fourth will be their catcher, Justin Ganadin. Batting fifth will be their first baseman, Jamie Cabral. Batting sixth and in left field, Lance Eldralin. And on the mound is Joshua Maeda. He's batting seventh. Batting eighth will be the third baseman, Ryan Lee. And in the final batting order, it's David Yamasi, the second baseman. Defensively for the Lafayette All-Stars, it's Nap Gilman and Niswanger, left to right, and that's Rich Gilman in center. Jim Olds, Ryan Gilman, Josh Perkins, Adam Burton round them up third to first. The battery's Jake Knott behind the plate, and Shane Allen is on the hill. He has Lafayette's only win of the season. He's coming in with a 3.00 ERA into this second appearance. And the first pitch to Arakaki misses high for ball one. It's important for Shane Allen to get off to a good start. Here's the 1-0. Apparently a little high. Now the count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. Arakaki, not the tallest of players, a smaller strike zone. Now you see the numbers on Shane. The 2-0, make it 3-0.
I think Shane's a little pumped here, a little adrenaline flowing. He knows they got to get a win here. Needs just to relax and throw strikes here.
Just like that. So now the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one offering. Swing. And a miss by Arakaki. As we mentioned in the open, the Lafayette All-Stars despite the 1-1 record, have a opportunity to make the playoffs, as this one's fouled back to the screen. And that caused Brian McDonald to make a few last-minute changes before the first pitch tonight.
Well, Brian's in a situation here where I think he's trying to let everybody play, get everyone an opportunity to start, and yet wants to win the game, too, and has to score 8 runs to do it. So he's trying to get a situation here where Lafayette can get to the World Series, medal round. And if he can't get everybody in and he can't do the starting thing, that's secondary compared to winning the game.
There you see the numbers on Arakaki. 2 for 7 in the Colt World Series. That averages out to 286. He does have an RBI. Hawaii coming into this matchup.
If Shane had a change, this would be an ideal time to throw it. If he had control of a change, he could throw it, because this kid was looking straight fastball.
And he got it, but it missed. So he draws a walk. So now with nobody out, Shane throws his first free pass. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Kaliko Oligo. He stands in from the left side, a .600 hitter with no home runs and no RBIs. And the first pitch to him as the runner's off. The throw is in the center field, and here comes Arakaki to third. And he'll make it easily.
I don't think Jake Knott knew he was gone. Jake was sitting back, catching the ball, wasn't coming out shooting like he normally does. Just wasn't ready defensively to throw that guy out. But I don't know if Adam yelled, or maybe the crowd noise over there. The dugout's pretty loud in Hawaii's dugout there. Maybe he didn't hear Adam yell that he's going, and obviously had an errant throw then.
Well, without swinging the bat, Team Hawaii's got a runner 90 feet away. And the 0-1 just missed. That evens up the count at 1-1. So Arakaki's the runner on third. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That fastball low. So now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's Oligo's numbers.
Brian's got his infield playing back. Going to give up a run except on the third base corner here.
The 2-1. Fastball to the left side and foul down the third base line.
Really what Lafayette needs to understand here, Tony, is, and we said this in the pregame, is they can give up 7 runs here. If they win 7-0, I should say, they're still not going to make it in. They're not going to make it. They've got to score 8 runs to make it in. So if they give these guys 7 runs, it's no big deal.
Right.
They got to score 8 runs anyway to win the game. It's like, it's a different way you play in Olympic format style when you get to the tiebreaker.
That's pretty much the situation in the nutshell. There's the pitch, bounce to third. Olds looks back his runner. Good strong throw across. They'll keep Arakaki right there at the hot corner bag, and there's one down. That's a good play.
That's exactly how you have to play that. I mean, Jimmy checked him. Guy froze it. Then Jimmy makes a strong throw over there. Just enough time to do it. He's comfortable with himself. He didn't rush everything. Great play.
Well, that'll bring up now Corey Raquel. Raquel, a 200 hitter with 1 RBI in the World Series, and he's going to look at strike 1 there.
Hawaii may be playing this situation where no outs are not going to send that guy at third on any ball. With 1 out, they may be sending him on any ground ball now.
The 0-1. Oh, just missed, I believe, outside more than anything else.
A lot of times, if you know you're going to go on a ground ball, you don't have to worry if it's to third or first or where it is. You tell a kid you're going if it's to third and first or in up the middle. And
change up, and that's ripped into left field, base hit, and Hawaii leads by a 1-0 count.
Well, he didn't have to worry where it's hit the ground ball. It's a nice line drive hit. But there again, Lafayette doesn't need to be concerned with that run. I mean, that's a different story. They don't have to worry about that run. What they have to worry about is when they're up the bat, they've got to score 8.
Arakaki brings home Hawaii's first run. Raquel will get an RBI single. So 1 run on 1 hit for Hawaii, and here is Ganaden. And the first pitch to him misses upstairs for ball 1. Justin Ganaden's average coming into this game in the Colt World Series in 7 at-bats. He has a couple of hits. That averages out to 286 average. He does have an RBI as the fastball comes across, and that evens up the count at 1-1.
I like to see a ground ball here up the middle, you know, so you turn 2. That's the greatest play for a pitcher in this situation.
The 1-1. The runner goes. The hit and run was on, and it's fouled down the third base line. So Ganaden has a 1-ball and 2-strike count. Hawaii has already scored, only on 1 hit. The leadoff walk has come back to hurt Shane Allen already. Ganaden awaits his 1-2. Swing, and a miss. The runner goes again to throw. Not in time. Perkins was covering the bag, and Josh had to catch that on the third base side of second base, and he wasn't able to get back in time to apply the tag, Coach.
Now, I know the throw's to the third base side, but if Josh gets to the bag and he's standing there rather than running through the bag, he can catch that ball and come back and make the swipe. He's running to the ball, and his little movement carried him a little bit across the bag, too. So that guy has to be there. I think he's waiting to make sure the ball wasn't hit to him, but he's got to be there and be set.
Jamie Gabriel stands in. There are 2 out.
Once again, Shane's relying on his fastball as his number 1 pitch tonight.
The runner's taking third. Here's the throw by Nod, and that's not going to be in time as Jimmy Olds was caught napping at third base.
That's 3 stolen bases in 1 inning here. They're just not defensively talking, communicating when the guy's going. I don't know if anyone, I didn't hear a word said about that kid coming except from you, Tony, and so they're not going to hear you from up here, so we've got to get some communication from the infield. That's Gilman's spot there. Ryan should be saying something. He crosses in front of him there. Pitch
to Gabriel, misses inside. So the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gabriel came into this Colt World Series a .429 hitter with 1 RBI. The pitch by Allen, and the 2-1 right on the outside corner evens it up at 2-2.
I'd like to see a good off-speed pitch here, breaking it down away from this kid.
The pitch by Allen upstairs, so now the count full 3-2.
But he's throwing, again, predominantly fastballs. We've said it before, team's going to be able to time that fastball after they see it enough.
Here's the payoff pitch, and Cabral looks at it high for ball 4. That's the second walk issued by Shane Allen. You might recall Shane kind of had this problem when he was facing Greensboro. Well, the hitter now is Lance Elderlin.
I look for Hawaii to do something here. They're going to run in 1 or 2 pitches here.
Pitch fouled up just over our heads and onto Columbian Park Zoo. I think that rattled the vulture's cage behind us. There you see the numbers in Elderlin. This is his first start for Team Hawaii. Bats from the left side. Supporting the number 33 on his back, Shane Allen's got an 0-1. Cabral leads off first. Raquel off third. And the throw is a 1 into the dirt, and it skips by Burton. A run will score in the meantime as Raquel crosses the plate. There's another unearned run. So now it's 2-0 in favor of Team Hawaii.
Yeah, that throw's just ill-advised. He doesn't have a chance to get him. We tell our kids, if you don't have a chance to get the guy, don't throw it. Shane's doing a good play. That's a good thought. I mean, that's a good idea to fake third and throw first if the guy's going. But the guy's back in the bag. You don't make the throw. The guy's still first and third, and you don't have that run against you.
Edwerlin awaiting the 1-1. The runner goes. It's popped up on the infield. The second baseman Perkins coming over, and he'll make the catch, and that retires the side.
And there you got the second out, or third out, and you only have 1 run instead of 2 if you don't make that ill-advised throw.
And that's the case. Hawaii has scored 2 runs And both of them, well, one was earned, the other one wasn't. And we have completed one inning of baseball here at Loeb Stadium. There's your score, Hawaii 2, Lafayette nothing.
Wouldn't it be nice if everything were guaranteed like Cox Cable Service?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's $20.
I'm sorry your table wasn't ready. Your dinner will be free.
It would be nice. And Cox Communications offers you these guarantees. On-time service appointments or a $20 credit, guaranteed. And on-time installation, or it's free, guaranteed. Cox Communications, quality you can count on. Too bad everything isn't guaranteed like Cox Cable Service.
When radios dream, they wish they were Music Choice, the definitive music service.
I want to be about music, just music. I want to sound perfect like a great CD. I want to be free, commercial-free forever. I want over 30 different channels so people can change their mood just by changing my channel. I want to be loved. I want to be touched. I want to be Music Choice, but I can't.
Music Choice, the next great sound wave.
This Cox programming reminder, you can follow the Colt World Series baseball action on CXTV 13 Sports on our tape-delayed telecast. Tonight's game will be shown the following afternoon at 1:30 p.m. So catch exciting Colt World Series baseball right here on Cox Communications Sports. Along with Jake Burton, Tony Ross, beautiful Loeb Stadium. It is a muggy evening. The threat of rain is in the air. It's been like that all day, however. Due up for Lafayette will be Ryan Knapp. He'll be followed by Jim Olds and then Rich Gilman. And the first pitch, or the count now to Knapp is quickly 2-1. Ryan Knapp 1 for 4 in the series, and the 2-1 offering is a little low. So now the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Knapp came in a .250 hitter. And a 3-1. Little low, ball 4. So the leadoff man draws himself a free pass to first. And Jim Olds will stand in. Olds standing in from the left side as Brian McDonald flashes the signs over at the third base coaching box for the Lafayette All-Stars. Knapp with his leadoff first. And the first pitch is in and over for a strike. Olds in the series 1 for 4, .250 average. He does have an RBI. The 0-1 fouled off the end of the bat. Back to the screen. Olds down on the count now, 0-2.
2 strikes on this one. Lafayette hitters have been pretty productive during this series.
Let's see if they can do something here. Olds has got a whole right side to shoot for. So they're kind of playing him up the middle. The 0-2. That breaking ball missed outside. Good eye shown there by Jim Olds on a pitch that obviously was tough to lay off. Now you see the runner, Ryan Knapp, at first as he takes his lead. Here we go with the 1-2. Into the dirt. Good play by Justin Gananen. Boy, it's so important to have a mobile catcher that can just
He's a quarterback of the team. He needs to be able to do everything back there.
That's ripped foul down the first base line. Just missed that, being fair, by inches.
You know, Maida's throwing a fastball and he's throwing a curveball, but he's throwing a split finger in here also. He must, you know, something he's put on the ball here or holding a cut fastball where the ball's dropping on. You'll watch it look like a fastball and it'll tail off and drop on the end here. A little different than most high school kids around here see.
So we got a 2-2 count, and Maida pitches. Ripped to left field, and Elderlin's in trouble. He's going to chase this to the wall. Here comes Ryan Knapp around second, now third. Brian McDonald is going to hold them up at third, and slipping and falling is Ryan Knapp, and he's caught in a run down between home and third, and he's going to get tagged out to throw to third, and smart base running on the part of Jimmy Olds gets him to the third base bag. I'm kind of wondering why Brian held Ryan Knapp. It looked like he was going to be able to make it.
Well,
I know it's a tough call, but from our vantage point, it kind of looked like Ryan Knapp is going to be able to make that one.
I think you almost have to make a decision a little earlier than Brian did in that situation. But something you got to look at here also is when Ryan rounded, he's on the grass a little damp here, and slipped and couldn't get back. But
there's a bouncer to the right side. That'll get the run home, and the ball skips over Yamasi's glove into center field. So Lafayette pulls within one. And wow, if you think if Knapp wasn't caught in that run down, and this game could have been tied. However, fortunes have it. The Lafayette All-Stars have pulled within one. They're going to rule that a hit for Rich Gilman. That'll bring up his twin brother, Ryan Gilman.
The way Lafayette's hitting Maida here, I think they can score some runs here. Give themselves an opportunity to advance to a middle round.
Maida's first pitch to Ryan, and that misses high and away for ball one.
Now I'll tell you what Maida's doing. He's thinking about those first three batters there and how they got on and how they've hit him. And now that's in his mind. Now he's not throwing down.
The 1-0 beat up the middle, but right to the second baseman Yamasi. He's going to flip to Ariaki to turn. Not in time. Ryan Gilman showing some good hustle down the first base line, prevented the double play. And now there are two out. Tell you what, Kauai did everything right there, but get the double play, it looked like.
You know that Jimmy Olds at bat, we shouldn't go through this without saying that he's a left-hand batter and drove the ball over the left fielder's head, so that's really strong power to the opposite field. He really extended his hands and went with the pitch and drove his hips through the ball.
Well, the hitter now is Adam Neiswanger. And the first pitch to him is a little low and in. Neiswanger in the Colt World Series, 1 for 2. And that one hit was an infield hit. And that came in the second game against East St. James. And that 15-3 loss Lafayette suffered. The 1-0, foul back to the screen.
Got a lot of speed. Adam's got a lot of speed here. If he can get the ball down on the ground, he's got an opportunity to beat it out.
He sure does. Neiswanger ran the 60-yard dash in 7 flat. So he is quick. The 1-1 as the runner's going. Popped up down the right field line. No one will get to it. That's foul. So Neiswanger will get another chance to swing the bat. So it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Adam, as Ryan Gilman takes his lead off first. There you see it on the screen. Here we go. We got the 1-2 coming up. Went after a low and outside pitch for strike 3.
I think that was a split finger, Tony.
So Lafayette fails this. They did pick up a run, I should say, on a couple of hits. They did strand one. They score after 1.5 innings of baseball from Loeb Stadium. It's 2-1 Hawaii. This is the Colt World Series on Cox Communication Sports.
Basically, he's obsessed with Meyer. There's a Meyer clock, a Meyer cabinet, and Meyer spaghetti.
Whenever I'm bored, I go to Meyer. I guess I'm bored a lot.
Everything is from Meyer. Everything. He'll shop at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's a sickness.
That's my Meyer flag on top of my Meyer flagpole.
The neighbors find it a bit peculiar.
You know what's peculiar? Meyer's without an S.
So, this is satellite TV.
The future, yep.
How much was it again?
About $850.
$850?
Installment.
$850.
Plus a monthly programming fee.
Oh, just like cable.
This is 150 channels.
So, where's our news?
Can't get local news. No local stations.
No local news. No local weather.
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television.
Sports?
Isn't it nice to know you already have it?
Well, there are the numbers on your lower left of the screen. 1-4-2 for Lafayette, 2-1-0 for Team Hawaii. As we get ready for the bottom of the second inning, it'll be Joshua Maeda, the pitcher, And the first pitch to him is in and over for a strike. He'll be followed by his third baseman, Ryan Lee, and then David Yamasi. Here's the 0-1 to Maeda. Low. A ball and a strike. You see Maeda's numbers.
Brian.
His first appearance in the CWS. The 1-1. Fouled over the screen and out of the stadium.
Tony Bryan threw 28 pitches that first inning and threw 26 out of 28 fast.
This inning's crucial for him, especially from a concentration standpoint. Here's the 1-2. Once again, foul out of play. So we'll do it again with a 1-ball and 2-strike count. Little better than average crowd, but for this evening's contest, but I think the threat of rain has kept a lot of people from coming. Here's the 1-2. Look out. That went over the head of Maeda. 2-2. Outfield straight away for Lafayette. And the pitch from Allen. Curveball jammed him. A little flare to first. Adam Burton's going to play it. Shane Allen cannot make the catch on the toss from Burton. I'm not quite sure why Adam just didn't toss it normally other than just underhanding it the way he did.
Well, I think he felt a little pressure. That kid's getting up the line. He thought he had to really get rid of it quick. But, that's one of the toughest plays for a first baseman pitcher to work on. And unless you've worked on that and put those little tweeners, we call them tweeners when they're in between them,
right,
and make them communicate, you got to be able to practice that enough to get it done. And just sometimes then it isn't even enough to get it done.
Well, it'll be an error on Adam Burton. It'll be Brian Lee, the third baseman. Lee comes in with a .250 average with no home runs and 1 RBI to his credit.
Still looking for number 4400. 4400 from the backstop on first base side, Flanger Pod.
Joshua Maeda takes his lead off first as Shane Allen now is poised on the hill as he takes a token look at first. And comes to the plate. They're going to square around and try to bunt him, and it goes foul. As you mentioned, Coach, this Hawaiian team, they like to execute.
Well, there's no outs here, and he wants to get a runner in scoring position, try to get that third run across to get ahead 2 runs here. And I think he probably feels like a number 8 guy in the order is probably a good bunter for him here.
No balls, 1 strike to count with Maeda leading off first. Nobody out. The pitch, that fastball wild. Jake Knott's going to have to chase it back, and Maeda's going to take second base on the wild pitch. That's the second wild pitch thrown by Shane Allen tonight.
Well, now you got a situation where he's got the guy in scoring position. Does he want to bring him to third so a guy can hit a sacrifice fly and score him a lot more ways you can score from third?
Nobody out. The pitch. Squaring away was Ryan Lee. He looks at it. And the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shane Allen wants a new ball, it looks like.
I don't think he's going to try to bunt him here with 2 strikes when he's there this early in the game. What he's wanting him to do now is just move the ball to the opposite side here, just get the bat on it here and move the runner over.
Gerald Acco flashing the signs to his hitter. Gerald is the manager of Team Hawaii. 1 ball, 2 strike count. The pitch, swinging away was Lee, and look out. And went by the screen, and it was headhunting for one of the fans over on the right side. Good thing a couple of those people on the upper deck there, upper tier, has got some cat-like reflexes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Lee. Swing and a miss. That's a big out. Coming into this Colt, or going into tonight's game, I should say, this Team Hawaii squad, a 283 team average, so they'll put the ball in play. As the hitter now is Yamasa. He drives one to left field. Knapp under it. He'll make the catch. Maeda will stay put at second base. So now they're a 2-away. So Yamasi fails to get his runner over. And there's 2 out, leaving it up to his leadoff hitter, Clifton Arakaki. Arakaki walked. He later scored in that 2-run first inning for Team Hawaii. He also stole a base and took advantage of an error by Jake Knott, the catcher, and he pops this one up on the right side. Adam Burton going over toward the stands. He's got some room, makes the catch, and Shane Allen did a great job getting himself out of what could have been a lot of trouble. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We have completed 2 innings of baseball from Loeb Stadium. There's the score, Hawaii 2, Lafayette 1, as we go to the 3rd. Back in a moment.
Tell them it's 150 channels.
That's good.
That's good. Tell them it's only $850 installed.
$850. That's good.
That's good. Tell them they buy it, they own it.
They own it. That's good.
That's good. Then in 2 years, if it's obsolete, they'll buy another.
Buy another. That's good.
That's business. Yes, ma'am. Interested in a satellite dish?
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television,
$850. Buy it, own it, obsolete in 2 years, buy another. That's good. That's good.
isn't it nice to know you already have it?
You know, I've seen enough mean people in the NFL. That's why I like Meyer. Not an angry face in the bunch. Hey, I just feel comfortable there. The produce, seafood, and fresh deli are wonderful. Truth is, whether I decide on one of their hot meals or the chilled shrimp, I always end up getting a warm smile.
Welcome back to Loeb Stadium, everyone, along with Jake Burton, Tony Ross. It's a 2-1. Team Hawaii lead over the Lafayette All-Stars. Lafayette's got to start scoring in bunches. As you take a look at some of the faithful that are braving out this potentially wet weather that has yet to approach Loeb Stadium. It's been cloudy all day. It's looked like it's going to rain. It feels like it's going to rain. Josh Maeda on a hill. Josh Perkins is going to lead it off. And the first pitch to him popped up down the right field line. The first baseman, Cabral, going over, but he misplayed it and the ball drops.
You know, Josh didn't take off. You're taught to swing and you hit the ball and it's out in front. You're moving on the ball. He's looking at it, a little frustrated probably that he popped it up, but he's got to be moving. That ball drops in. He could be on second base stand instead in the home or at home plate in the batter's box.
Absolutely. Perkins with an 0-1 count. So he's got another life. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Perkins grounded to the catcher's last at bat and rockets this one to right field, but there's Corey Raquel, and he's retired. There's out number one.
I think see Matt Bushy yelling a little bit at Josh there because he just tried down on that fly ball to right. Kids got to hustle, they got to bust it, they got to play hard. The first thing to do is to have fun. I know you got to win, but you play hard to win. And you got to bust it and run everything out.
Now you saw what Jake's done tonight. 1 for 1, looking for a second hit, but he's going to bounce out to Yamasi, who underhands it over to Cabral. 2 out, just like that. Josh has only had to throw him for 3 pitches. Shane Allen, he singled to left in his first at bat. He stands in, and the pitch to him is a curveball. That's over for a strike. Shane Allen, look at that, 800 in the series. That might be a record. I'll have to check it out. The pitch to him is into the dirt.
Talk about running balls out, Tony. You know, we used to have a rule that if you didn't get to first base by the time that guy caught the ball, then you weren't going to play. And that hits home a little bit when you pull them out of the game, they don't get down there.
The 1-1 cued out the end of the bat in the Hawaiian dugout. Shane Allen is just 57 points away, batting average-wise, from having a Colt World Series record in batting average. The highest batting average in the series is 857. And again, Shane's at 800. The 1-2. That curveball, a beautiful pitch, and Shane Allen's retired on strikes. So he's caught looking. That ends the inning. We've completed 2.5 from Loeb Stadium. It's still 2-1, Team Hawaii. This is the Colt World Series on Cox Communication Sports.
We go to Meijer for just about everything.
Hey, if anybody needs one-stop shopping and low prices, it's the Dilly family.
Chocolate pudding.
Detergent. Pots and pans.
Aspirin. Tricycles.
Way too many trikes.
Mashed potatoes.
Lens cleaner.
Sneakers.
Velcro.
Meijer. Low prices on everything an instant family of 8 needs.
For about $850, you can get a satellite dish installed in your house, which will bring all of your TVs 150 channels. Of course, unless you spend substantially more, all these channels will be controlled by the main set in the house, which may not necessarily be yours. These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television, isn't it nice to know you already have it?
It'll be Coliko Aligo, followed by Corey Raquel and Justin Ganadin for Team Hawaii, as it's 2-1 in favor of the home team. And the first pitch to Coliko misses inside for ball 1. Coliko grounded to third in his first at bat. Jimmy Olds made a nice play because he had a runner at third to contend with as he laces this foul ball down the left field line. Coliko Aligo, I like that name. Just kind of rolls off the tongue. There you see what he's hitting for the series, 500. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Coliko. I wish everybody was named Coliko Aligo. Just kidding. The 1-1. And fastball a little high. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to the left-handed hitter.
Lafayette a little dead in the infield. They need to get a little bit more support for Shane here, get a little more enthused.
Here's the pitch. There's a bouncer deep short. Nice play by Gilman. Did he get him? By a step. Pretty play by Ryan Gilman. He can flash some leather at short. One up, one down. And Hawaii's third inning. There you see Rhino.
Made a nice play on the ball, Tony. Stayed back, fielded the ball, didn't rush it. Had a nice strong throw. I think that's his first play of the series.
Yep. Well, the hitter now is Raquel. He swings through for strike 1.
Boy, the crowd's enthusiastic on these packets they're throwing out.
What are they? I have no idea they are. Here's the 0-1, bunted by Raquel. Out of the box, not. Slips and falls. That will be a hit.
I really think that ground, with the dew on the grass now coming out, I really think that has an effect on these kids. And, Jake went after the ball, circled it like he's supposed to do, just slipped when he went to plant.
So Corey Raquel is now 2 for 2 on the evening. And that'll bring up Justin Ganadin. Ganadin, a 286 hitter, no home runs, 1 RBI. Rips this one deep left center. That's going to be trouble as this one will roll to the wall. 1 run will score. Is coming home is Raquel, and up with a double is the catcher, Justin Ganadin. So now it's 3-1 in favor of Kauai, Hawaii. As Justin got a hold of that one.
Hit the ball well. There again, left-hand batter extended his hands, drove the ball, probably out on the outside third of the plate, and he drove to where the ball was pitched. You tell your kids as hitters, ball up the middle, or ball thrown to you down the middle, you hit it up the middle, ball thrown to you inside. If you're a right-hand batter, you're going to pull it, and ball on the outside, you're going to drive it the opposite way. He drove the ball outside third, opposite way.
Yep. They're going to peel over at first, and that's for naught.
You know, that appeal play there isn't something they're used to in high school. In high school, the umpires have an automatic call anytime a runner misses a base. He dead ball, and then he calls him out. In this situation, in Colt baseball, you've got to make the major league appeal.
Cabral, a 429 hitter, walked his last at bat. He's going to ground out to Olds here. The runner's taking off for third. Burton's going to throw, and they're going to, Olds could not come up with it. Gilman cannot come up with it. The ball's down the left field line, and coming home to score will be Justin Ganaden.
Well, I was going to say that Ryan Knapp in left field, at the crack of that bat, he's got to be busting it to get down here and back up third base, because he's got to know that if Jimmy Olds doesn't field the ball, he's going to have to come up with it. If Jimmy does field it and throw there, then we're going to have a play back at third, and he's got to be here to back it up. He wasn't quite there.
Adam Burton, in the meantime, will collect his second air. And Lance Eldrellin stands in.
We tell our kids, don't be getting there, be there.
Right, the 1-0. That's by Jake Knott. 4-1 now, Team Hawaii. Well, it's just the little things, too. I mean, Hawaii is able to pick up a big hit to start things off. But, man, their aggressiveness have earned them, I'd say, close to almost all 4 of their runs, if not 3 of the 4.
Well, they're manufacturing runs by putting pressure on the other team. That's what it's all about.
The 2-0 swung on, a little flare in the center that'll drop for a base hit. So the hit parade continues for Team Hawaii as Eldrellin drops one in. That's the 4th hit of the game for Hawaii. Out time is called. 2 out. And the hitter now, Joshua Maida. So the pitcher here can help his own cause. He reached on one of Adam Burton's errors. He has a chance to help his own cause if he can get his runner around. And that is Eldrellin at first. The pitch. Eldrellin goes, protecting with the swing and foul is Mayada. There we go. So Mayada down on the count 0-1.
Once again, no enthusiasm, no talk, no communication, no spirit. I think what they could do is throw some of those things out the infield here and see them catch them, get a little excited like the crowd was getting maybe.
Yep.
They've got to get in the ball game. I mean, they've got to get excited. And, I mean, they got to understand that they and I know they know this, if they score 8 runs and beat them, they're going to win. So it doesn't matter how many runs they give up to these guys as long as they beat them and score 8 or more. And there's just no enthusiasm out there right now. They got to get someone to get it going.
Here's the 0-1 of Maida, right back up the middle through Allen, but a great play by the second baseman, Josh Perkins, to step on the bag, and that retires the side. But damage is done. Tack on 2 more runs on a couple of hits. They strand 1. We have completed 3 innings of baseball, and it's Kauai, Hawaii 4, Lafayette 1 from Loeb Stadium. Back in a moment.
The L&D Feedhorn weather cover.
Jim,
100 feet RG6 burial table.
couldn't you have hired someone to do this?
Guy wanted $150. I'm saving us money. Whoops. Dish must face south.
Jim.
Make sure the line of sight is clear for best reception.
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television,
Jim.
isn't it nice to know you already have it?
One run, 4 hits, 4 errors. Again, that number under the E column for Lafayette is starting to rise once more. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Hawaii. As we are set to begin the top of the 4th inning for Lafayette, it'll be Adam Burton followed by Ryan Knapp and then Jim Olds. And Burton fouls off the first pitch, heads up.
Yeah.
That one made its way to the slide. I haven't seen anybody come down the slide tonight.
The slide might be a little damp to be coming down.
Yep.
I'm not an experienced slider on the slide, but
The 0-1 to Burton. Went after a 55-footer, and now he's in the hole 0-2.
common sense would tell you probably if it's a little damp, then it's probably going to be too sticky to come down. Unless you just soak it, and then you can slide down there pretty easy.
Well, you can always put on the bathing suit. The 0-2 off the end of the bat. Count stays, no balls, 2 strikes to Burton. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play in his last at bat. There you see Matt Bushy, first base coach. He's a good guy.
Good guy and was an excellent player when he played. He played at Central Catholic, played on a summer team we called the White Sox back then.
The 0-2 beat the third. On the backhand play, it's in foul ball. Great effort, though, by the third baseman, Ryan Lee.
But Matt Bushy coached Central Catholic's high school team this summer and goes to Wabash College where he plays football.
So Adam Burton still with an 0-2 count. Gets back in the box. And Maida will bring the pitch. Curveball. Good job by Burton staying alive. Just getting a piece of that off-speed pitch. Oh, 0-2. Adam doing a good job hanging in there. And that's all you can do when you're in the well the way Adam is right now. And the 0-2 pitch into the dirt. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Adam Burton.
There's a nice curveball Maeda threw. He really had the topspin on, not only across but down.
The 1-2 foul off to the right side. The first baseman, Jamie Cabral, comes over, and again he's unable to make the catch. He's just misjudging those pop-ups.
Well, he actually stumbled on that one, I think, Tony, but you're right, he didn't get to it right away, but he stumbled on that one even. Having a little trouble down there. You know, first of all, what he needs to understand is there's no one else going to try to get to that ball, so he doesn't need to be looking around for anyone else. Just look at the ball and go get it. We had that happen the other night with Johnny Wagner at second base where he was looking for Adam Burton at first, and he should have just gone after the ball. That's their ball, they go get it.
Here's the 1-2 to Burton again. He rips it up the middle on the backhand stop. It's Yamasi juggled at the throw, won't be in time. Great job by Cabral from keeping that one getting by. Once Yamasi dropped the ball, I don't think that was a well-advised throw to first.
Well, Adam's a quicker. I mean, he's a big kid, but he gets down the line pretty good for a big guy, and I don't think they had any chance to get him.
They'll give that a hit.
There again, 2 strikes on him. Adam had 2 strikes from the word go and ended up fouling off 3 other pitches and got 1 ball, I think, in the count, but 6 pitches, 5 of them strikes, and kept after it and got the base hit.
Ryan Knapp will stand in. The Napper walked his first at bat, pops this one up to the right side, get out of play. It will. Knapp, the Lafayette Jeff Jr. Plans to attend Purdue University in the future. He wants to major in chemical engineering. You want to talk about speed? Napper's got some speed. In the 60-yard dash, he ran a 6.9. That's pretty quick for a guy his size.
And, you know, you'd have to get a watch on him because looking at Ryan, he doesn't look like he's a 6'9", 60-yard man.
Yep. He's got an 0-1 count to him as the throw to first, not in time.
Did he fill that out, or did the coaches tell you that?
Oh, the coaches told me that. The 0-1 curveball. I do my homework. Jay.
I mean, sometimes kids tell you they're a little faster than they are. I'm not questioning
No.
it.
I got this straight from Brian McDonald.
Okay.
He's the one that clocked him. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Napper. Looked at a curve. Good eye. It was a good block as well by Justin Ganadin.
You know, Ryan's last at bat the other night, he hit that ball to the 4:15 sign. If he could get a hold of one here and get something going, they just need some spark, something to get them going, something to get them excited here.
They look flat.
I mean, the crowd's not even excited anymore. We've got to give some more things away to the crowd, it looks like.
We got the 1-2 pitch coming up to Ryan Knapp. Oh, he went around. They're going to appeal, and yes, Knapp went around for strike 3. And Knapp has a few words for the first base umpire, and that's not advised.
No, I think in his spring season and in his summer season, he's probably never been allowed to question the umpire, and now's not the time to start in his career.
Yep. So with 1 out, Jim Olds, the third baseman, stands in. He picked up a triple in his last at bat, and he's going to look at a fastball down and away for ball 1.
Jimmy's really worked to make himself a good hitter. I know they've really worked hard with him hitting the ball and taking the ball wherever it's pitched. Does a nice job at the plate.
That's down and away. 2-0. Just like you said, Jimmy hit that ball the wrong way and over the left fielder's head.
Well, it was an outside third pitch. He just extended his hands and drove it well.
2-0, right on the corner.
Now, there's a difference on an outside third. If you got 2 strikes on you or 1 strike, you may be going for that. You got two balls, no strikes. You're not going to swing at that ball. That's not the best pitch to hit, even though it's a strike.
Yep. Here's the 2-1 offering. Urge outside. 3-1. Adam Burton still stands at first. Since the infield hit by Burton, Knapp has walked. Olds has worked Maida to a 3-1 count with 1 out. Ripped up the middle, but there's the shortstop, Arikaka, and Arakai makes the play. Another double play that the Lafayette All-Stars hit into, and that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We have played through 3.5, and it's 4-1 Hawaii.
They have sale prices on top of their everyday low prices.
The produce is always fresh.
Getting a battery charger for motorcycles.
Just bought a toaster for my daughter.
Tennis shoes.
Hammers, nails.
You can find just about anything in here. I love your sales. You can't beat it.
One day, you'll live in a world where the music perfectly fits the way you feel, with the pure sound of a great CD and no commercials ever. You can live in that world now. It's called your home. You can create that music. It's called Music Choice, the definitive music service. Over 30 different channels direct to your stereo. It's like you're hearing music for the very first time. Music Choice, the next great sound wave.
Ah, there you see the score. Not looking good for Lafayette right now. Hawaii up by 3. Oh, being an 8-9 and then to the top of the order. Lee Yamasi and then Clifton Arakaki. Ryan Lee struck out his first at bat. As the 2 umpires, there you see them converging and talking.
They're probably talking about, are you going to cover that up to the third base on a foul ball or my? That's something they should have talked about a long time ago.
Don't they have to pass an exam or something like that? I'm not
yeah,
sure.
but it's an open book exam.
Is that what it is?
And you got 5 hours to complete a 2-page exam, I think. I'm not sure. No, seriously, our umpires in this area.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that just to get a call or 2 next year, but they are pretty good. We have some really good umpires in this area. And I know that they don't hire local umpires just because they don't want someone to say, yeah, they're favoring the Lafayette teams, but I think those guys work us all year long. They should have an opportunity to work some of this tournament. Harry won't agree with me. So Harry runs the thing, so he's going to get his way.
There we go. Ryan Lee, 0 for 1 today, hitting 200 in the series.
Well, they must be going through some changes, or what we got here.
Well, I'm not sure what the situation is, but...
Well, these umpires, they're probably about talking about where they're going to go after the game, or I'm not sure what they're talking about, but they're holding up the game.
I have no idea why. Nobody different is up next. We got Lee coming up and Yamasi on deck, so I have no idea what that long discussion with those 2 umpires was about. Ryan Lee looks at the first pitch, and it's on the outside corner. Strike one.
That's a nice pitch.
Good pitch, but Ryan Lee held up.
It's a ball, but it's a nice pitch because he about bit on it.
Yep.
Gotta do that. Gotta do that to make him think and not know what's coming.
Fastball topped over the hill. Coming over in a hurry and making a great play is Josh Perkins. He's made a couple of good ones tonight defensively for the Lafayette All-Stars.
Now see here, I think they should be running back their position, yelling back and forth, and get some excitement and have fun being here. I mean, it just doesn't look like they're having fun out there. They've got their heads down. That was a great play, something to build on.
Well, Davin Yamasi flied to left in his first at-bat. He's going to bunt it. And right back to the mound, it's short hops Allen, and that's going to be a base hit. What the thing Shane could do there, he just got ate up.
Watch Josh take his glove off or his hat off.
So, actually, they're going to give Shane an error on that.
Oh, boy.
That's tough. That's tough. That, you'd like to say, yeah, he should have made the play, but that took a bad hop. Well, to the top of the order, and Arakaki again. The runner goes. There's the throw by now. He's dead.
I heard Adam yell going. I saw Jake come out there, and that ball was on target. That was exactly the way you got to execute that. Stop that running game.
So now they're a two-way, and the base is empty for Arakaki. The 1-0 fly ball down the right field line. That one's going to be foul and out of reach. Boy, that was a good throw. You can just see Jake rear back and snap that baby down to second.
I think he's had enough of it. They've been running the first inning there, and they ran a little bit the third, and I think he just said, hey, that's it, pal.
The 1-1. Good curveball. Come on, Blue. That was close. Looked like a good pitch. Thought it might have backdoored it. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Fastball popped up, but that's going to be out of play to the right side. Couple of balls and strikes now to Arakaki. 2 out. There's a line shot off the glove of Allen and into center field for a base hit. Perkins made a great attempt, but he just couldn't come up with it.
I was going to say, if they rule that in there, there's something wrong with our official score.
Clifton really nailed that one right back up the middle. I don't think Shane really had a lot of time to react on that.
Just a reflex. You don't have time to think about that. You just got to get the glove up if you can.
Here's Kaliko Oligo. With 2 outs, Arakaki leads off first. He'll draw a throw from Allen.
Shane still has some pretty good stuff here, I mean, Lafayette's in this thing. You just got to get out there and offensively get after it here.
First pitch to him, pulled to the right side. Perkins dives, it's through and off of him and it deflects into right field. It pulled Nice-Ronger has now trouble picking up the ball. A run will score as Arakaki slides in safely, and Hawaii opens up the lead to 5-1. So the single to right from Maligo. Oh, they're going to make that an error on the right fielder, Adam Nice-Ronger, because he did drop the ball, but I don't think he would have had to play anyhow.
No, in that situation, you look and see, is the guy going in third, was he going to hold up, or was he going on through? If he's going on through, you can't make a determination whether we've been able to throw him out or not, so you can't give him an error.
Well, they did, and that's the 6th error for Lafayette. Snap throw to first, and the runner back. Corey Raquel, the hitter. He's 2 for 2. His average is up to 429. He started at 200 tonight. Here's the 1-0. The runner goes. Line drive, base hit in the left center field. Knapp will get to the ball, taking third base on the play. Will be illegal. And Hawaii now has runners on the corners with 2 out. Justin Ganadin will now step in. He has struck out, picked up an RBI double in the third. And we got the first pitch coming up to Justin with runners on the corners for Hawaii. He's going to take this the other way and foul. Wow, that almost hit a spectator who was walking his way out of Loeb Stadium. No balls, 1 strike the count. So Justin Ganadin. Throw to first, runner back in plenty of time. Oh, 0-1 to count. The pitch, a fastball. It's down low. One ball, 1 strike now to Justin Ganadin. Here's the 1-1 pitch instead of throw to first. Illegal, the runner at third. Raquel, the runner at first. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. With 2 out, the curveball into the dirt. Good block by Jake Knott. Raquel was off, no throw. So that'll be an uncontested base there for Raquel. In the meantime, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Shane Allen has got to come get the hitter here. The fastball is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Two out.
Almost hear a pin drop, Tony, in the stadium.
Rip deep left center field. That's going to get by everybody. Raquel scores, as will Aligo, and pulling up with a 2-run double is Ganadin.
Same place you hit the ball last at bat, Tony.
Yep.
Outside third, drove the ball hard the opposite way over the left fielder's head to the wall.
Well, Team Hawaii is now up by half a dozen, 7-1 the score. And it's Jamie Cabral at the plate. Looks at a curve, popped it up. Jake throws the mask away, and he'll make the catch. And that retires the side. 3 runs in the 4th, thanks in part to 4 hits and 1 Lafayette error. And the strand 1, we have completed 4 innings of baseball at Loeb Stadium, and it's Hawaii 7, Lafayette 1. This is the Colt World Series on Cox.
So, this is satellite TV.
The future, yep.
How much was it again?
About $850.
$850?
Installed.
$850.
Plus a monthly programming fee.
Oh, just like cable.
This is 150 channels.
So, where's our news?
Can't get local news. No local stations.
No local news. No local weather.
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television,
sports,
isn't it nice to know you already have it?
At Cox, we know your time is valuable, so we introduced our on-time guarantee. Either we're on time, or your cable installation's on us. And if we're late on a service call, you'll get $20. Uh-oh.
You're on time.
Yes, ma'am.
The on-time guarantee from Cox.
If I'd been late, ma'am, we'd have owed you $20.
You don't say.
Cox, quality service you can count on.
Uh-oh, hey, look at that, Jake. Sign him up. We got speed. We found some speed. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How are you loving the Colt World Series, my friends? Look at that smile. that was me, and they had a picture of me on television, they'd say, it's a face only a mother could love. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Team Hawaii. 1 run, 5 hits, 6 errors for Lafayette. Everybody's having fun at the ballpark. That's what it's about, Coach.
Tony, I wanted to say something about that last pop-up. That's one of the first pop-ups to the catcher we've seen during this series. But Jake Knott got his mask off. He flipped it instead of pulling it off and throwing it. But, I mean, he did flip it, didn't step on it, and came back and turned his back to the infield. All pop-ups to the catcher's going to come back to him. He just got to turn his back there and to the pitcher's mound.
And it was executed well, again, as you mentioned, by Jake Knott. It'll be Rich Gilman, followed by his brother Ryan, and then Adam Nicewater. So it's the bottom of the order due up for Lafayette. Scott Yamasi is going to be the new third baseman for Hawaii. And Kanoa Santos is the new second baseman. Here's the pitch, popped up. Shallow right field and going out Santos, and he'll make the catch. Nothing like getting your feet wet early. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Ryan Gilman. Gilman into fielder's choice. His last at bat, he actually just beat out a double play. Looking for his first CWS hit. There's a pass ball. That's over for a strike. The 0-1. Make it 0-2. Ryan Gilman, he's another one that's got excellent speed. Both Gilmans do, actually. Ryan, 6'8" in the 60-yard dash. The 0-2 fouled off his elbow, it looked like. That's smarts. When you played, Coach, did you ever foul one off of any part of your anatomy that just hurt?
I probably swung and missed most of the time, Tony. I can't remember fouling it and off or touching the ball, to be honest with you.
At least you're honest. The 0-2 drops the curveball, but it missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the count now to Ryan. I was in the same shoes. 1-2 off his hands and lifted into left field, circling the wagons, Elderlin, and he makes the catch. 2 out.
Left fielder knew that it's going to come back to this line. You know, any ball hit by a right-hander hit to the right fielder, left-hander to left field is going to slice to the line. Kids that played enough know that, and left fielder looked like he knew that and was positioning himself to accordingly.
Ederlin is the player that the coach is referring to. And the hitter now is a pinch hitter for the Lafayette All-Stars. I'll tell you who it is in just a moment. And the pitch is a little low. Mark Burkhalter, there you see is. His number's 1 for 4. He fouls this one back to the screen. I would imagine Burkhalter's going to stay in the game and take an outfield position. Where, I'm not quite sure. Brian McDonald's going to place him. Here, he's got a 1-2 count, though. That's right there on the inside corner, and that'll end the inning. Another strikeout looking for Lafayette All-Stars. They're still down by 6. When we return to Loeb Stadium, we'll have more of the Colt World Series on Cox Communications.
We're just talking to some people today, trying to get their reaction to this Meijer store.
Every day, Meijer does it like no one else.
The store itself is terrific.
Are they filming me right now?
There's a great selection of everything.
Where do you think you're going? No. You got to talk to me.
There's a lot of things you can get here you can't get anywhere else.
We're just trying to get... Hello.
Anytime you save money, I enjoy that.
Isn't that what you want me to say?
Change myself.
Tell them it's 150 channels.
That's good.
That's good. Tell them it's only $850 installed.
$850. That's good.
That's good. Tell them they buy it, they own it.
They own it. That's good.
That's good. Then in 2 years, if it's obsolete, they'll buy another.
Buy another. That's good.
That's business. Yes, ma'am. Interested in a satellite dish?
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television,
$850. Buy it, own it, obsolete in 2 years, buy another. That's good. That's good.
isn't it nice to know you already have it?
There you see Old Glory. Waving in the breeze. It's blowing in tonight. It's rather chilly.
It's been unseasonably low temperatures throughout this tournament. I can remember.
You know, you sound so professional when you use those big words like unseasonable.
I've listened to Angela Buckman enough to know that. She says it every once in a while.
Well, we go into the bottom of the fifth inning, 7-1, Team Hawaii, along with Jake Burton and Tony Ross. Great to be with you. Wish we could bring you a better score, but that's not the scenario here. We got a new pitcher on the mound as well for the Lafayette All-Stars. Tom Timmons will take the place of Shane Allen. Tommy Timmons trying to redeem himself from a couple of nights ago where he was just rocked and he didn't have control to boot.
We know he's up in the zone a lot the other night. First game, 15-year-old kid coming in here. Everybody's expecting him to do a little better than he did there, but, you know, it's a little different situation when you're on the mound facing the batters with 2,000 people in the stands cheering and yelling at you, and I'm sure he'll do much better tonight.
Well, Lance Ederlin leads it off. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He looks at strike one from Timmons. Good fastball. Hey, Coach, can you get this one? Hey, look at that catch.
That guy was my catcher on the 1988 team. Was our captain. Just caught that. He's used to catching balls. Sean Hartlip.
Nice catch, Sean. 0-2 the count. Well, he's got to have good hands to catch a foul ball. Barehanded, mind you. And the pitch swung on down the left field line, and this will be foul. Elderlin turning on that fastball. Now he's down on the count 0-2. The Lafayette pitching staff has just had all sorts of trouble outside of Shane Allen. I mean, the team ERA coming into tonight was at 4.85.
You know, J.D. Bramer had trouble, but the trouble he had was because of errors behind him. He threw pretty well there, Tony.
That's stroked foul again down the third base line. Bramer went 4 innings in that 15-3 loss. He allowed 8 hits, 9 runs, 3 of them earned. Okay, right there it tells you just what kind of night it was for the Lafayette All-Stars to begin with.
I think he had thrown 81 pitches that night, and 60 of them were strikes, if I can remember. So he was around the plate for him.
He ended up walking away in his innings with an ERA of 2.0 as that's fouled back to the screen. Still no balls, 2 strikes to the count to Ederlin. In 2 games, this Lafayette pitching staff allowed going in, and that's going into tonight, 18 runs, 9 of them earned, so that's half. Allowed 20 hits, 6 walks, and 9 strikeouts. The 0-2 in tight. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tom Timmons, when he gets into that windup and he brings it home, that ball's on top of you before you know it.
He's got some good speed for a 15-year-old.
That fastball well outside. Well, now the count's even at a couple of balls and strikes.
I know he didn't throw his breaking pitch for strikes here tonight, but he's got to show that breaking pitch a little bit here. In his...
Yep. There it is. 1 out. Sometimes, Coach, I wonder if these kids don't hear it from up here.
All I know is that was the 8th pitch before he saw a curveball, and he's just got, I mean, maybe something nice here to start this kid off on a curveball, because they're sitting in the dugout seeing 7 out of the 8 pitches fastball. They think that's what they're going to see.
Joshua Maeda, the hitter. Looks at a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Joshua reached on an air, and he's grounded to second. 1 out here in the Hawaii fifth. They're leading 7-1. Good fastball.
Tommy had one of his better games this spring. He came in as a freshman. He threw against the Logansport team that's ranked, I think, maybe 8th in the state, and shut him out 2-0 in April.
The 1-1. Maeda fouls it over the screen and out of play.
For the first week of May, but I mean, he just threw really well at it. We're really surprised that he could come in and throw that well. Must have had both pitches working and throwing them different times throughout the count.
Yep. So it's pitcher against pitcher here. The 1-2 to Maeda. Good curveball, but it didn't break in. Enough, at least. 2-2.
Stayed up a little bit. He's got to get that ball down, start it about at the head level and bring it down instead of starting it 2 feet above the head and bring it to the head.
Pull the lampshade. The 2-2. There's the curveball, beat to short. Ryan Gilman up with it. Strong throw, got him. 2 out.
Well, Gilman's given him a solid player at shortstop. He hasn't made an error and made a couple nice plays on the balls that have been hit pretty hard to him.
That'll bring up Yamasi. Scott Yamasi has struck out, and he is grounded out. Or, I'm sorry, this is Scott's first at bat. I apologize. He replaced Ryan Lee, the other third baseman. Two balls, no strikes. Now the count to Scott. Two-0. And there's the first strike to Yamasi. Two balls, one strike, 2 out, 7-1 in favor of Hawaii here in the bottom of the fifth. And that was a little low, so the count in favor of the hitter, 3 balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away for Yamasi, the pitch. Pulled weakly to the shortstop. Olds cuts it off, throws, got him! Great play by Jim Olds.
Third baseman are told, get to anything you can. Jimmy went after it, got to it, made the play.
Well, for the second, or make that the first time in this ball game, Hawaii goes down in order 1, 2, 3. And we completed 5 here at Loeb Stadium, and it's 7-1, Kauai, Hawaii.
For about $850, you can get a satellite dish installed in your house, which will bring all of your TVs 150 channels. Of course, unless you spend substantially more, all these channels will be controlled by the main set in the house, which may not necessarily be yours. These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television, isn't it nice to know you already have it?
Basically, he's obsessed with Meyer. There's a Meyer clock, a Meyer cabinet, and Meyer spaghetti.
Whenever I'm bored, I go to Meyer. I guess I'm bored a lot.
Everything is from Meyer. Everything. He'll shop at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's a sickness.
That's my Meyer flag on top of my Meyer flagpole.
The neighbors find it a bit peculiar.
You know what's peculiar? Myers without an S.
1 run, 5 hits, 6 errors for Lafayette, 7 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Team Hawaii. We're getting down to crunch time, Coach. Lafayette's going to have to start putting some numbers on the board.
Well, Lafayette's in a position right now. That's the maximum number of runs that they can give up to this team here, and get 8 runs themselves and still win the game. They score 8 runs or more, they win. They're in the medal round. They could have given these guys 7 runs, and Hawaii's still going to finish first.
Top of the order due up, Josh Perkins, followed by Jake Knott, and then Tommy Timmons. There you see Brian McDonald talking to his crew down in the dugout. I don't know if we can get a shot of that. Now he's on his way back to the box, but looked like he was trying to give him a little pep talk.
Hey, he might be telling him, we need to get some runs here. I mean, you got to go up there swinging. Don't be attentive. Get after it. Be aggressive. Go after this guy. New pitcher here.
Perkins stands in. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flied out. So that one misses the outside corner. Perkins, the Lafayette Jeff Jr., making his second appearance in the Colt World Series this year, the 1-0. That's on the corner, 1-1.
You got the right batter up. Your leadoff man's up in the inning. You got to get going here. Josh, a good man to have up in this situation.
1 ball, 1 strike. Beat up the middle, played in perfect. There's the second baseman, Santos, and 4-3 in the books for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down in the Lafayette 6th. And that brings up Jake Knott. It's been a real treat to watch Jake Knott behind the plate in this Colt World Series. That curveball comes across for a strike.
Jake's moving up a little bit, getting up in the box there. Doesn't want to be fooled by that curveball. Wants to get it before it breaks.
There's another one that misses. Jake plans to attend college. He wants to play sports while pursuing a business degree. He too making his second appearance.
Jake has 2 sisters that went on. Were both athletes, really good athletes in multiple sports in high school at Lafayette Jeff. One at Evansville playing volleyball, and I think the other one's at DePaul playing.
The 2-1 to Jake. Lifted into left field. Elderlin coming in on it, and he'll make the catch. I'll tell you what, Elderlin has just looked so technique-wise perfect in surrounding the ball and coming up on it. He looked very confident.
You know, there's a situation where he isn't going to have a play if he catches that ball. I mean, there's nobody on, but he still circles the ball, gets in position to make the throw into the infield. You're right. He's done a nice job defensively. He's been coached well.
Tommy Timmons looking for his first hit of the World Series, and he's going to look at strike 1 here.
I like the overall, you know, the way this Hawaii team presents themselves, you know, Tony. I think they're a nice ball club. Got a lot of things that you need to have to be able to win this thing.
That's on a play to the right side. Count 0-2.
That isn't to say Lafayette couldn't come back and win this, but they're going to have to get after it here. They got 4 outs remaining to get 7 runs.
They got 2 outs right now. The 0-2 is swung on and missed by Timmons, and he's retired on strikes. Well, that is 6 strikeouts for Maeda, and we have completed 5.5 innings of baseball. It's still 7-1 Hawaii. This is the Colt World Series on Cox Communication Sports.
You know, I've seen enough mean people in the NFL. That's why I like Meyer. Not an angry face in the bunch. Hey, I just feel comfortable there. The produce, seafood, and fresh deli are wonderful. Truth is, whether I decide on one of their hot meals or the chilled shrimp, I always end up getting a warm smile.
Imagine a world where the music perfectly fits the way you feel, with the flawless sound of a great CD, music of your choice, and no commercials, ever. You can live in that world now. It's called your home. You can create that music. It's called Music Choice, the definitive music service direct to your stereo. Let over 30 different channels of music wash all over you. Music Choice, the next great sound wave.
1-5-6 for Lafayette, 7-8-0 for Hawaii. As we are ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. And due up will be the number 9 hitter, followed by the top of the order. So it'll be Santos, followed by Eric Hockey, and then Aligo. Now you take a look at the right side of our infield from our right field camera.
Have we got any score on the Lafayette Legion today, Tony?
No, I was getting ready to ask you that very same question. I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't know
what played Terre Haute at noon, I think, so they probably, I mean, maybe we can get one of those before the end of the game here and give them what the score was.
Santos stands in, and the first pitch to him is ball 1. Second pitch, Well hit, but foul. Down the left field line. Whoa, mercy. He really got a hold of that one. Well, that's got his teammates all excited. Santos in the series 0 for 2. I got news. He's not going to be able to drive one over the fence tonight. The wind's just blowing in too strong, even though that was hit hard. Santos looks at a curveball, and now the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
I'd come back with another curveball. I mean, haven't seen Tommy throw 2 curveballs consecutive in all the time he's thrown up here.
2-1, way out in front and just getting a piece of it is Santos. Jake was unable to hang on to the ball.
Now's the time he might be able to throw that fastball by him. He's thinking curve. He's seen 2 curveballs in a row here. Doesn't have to be a perfect pitch. It can be on the outside, third, inside, jam him a little.
2-2. That's inside. Jake not upset with himself that he didn't catch it.
Well, that's 3 curveballs in a row, and I've never seen that from Tommy. Think
Jake's
he'll go 4?
He might. I think Jake's disgusted with the fact that he didn't get a chance to grab it and yank it back into the strike zone.
Yep.
The 3-2. Ball 4. So Santos draws a walk. To the top of the order we go with the shortstop, Clifton Arakaki. And we got ourselves a pinch runner, I believe, or what?
New hitter.
A new hitter. All right. Is this Leslie Obataki? Here's a bouncer to first. Here's Burton trying to turn it. Gilman got it! A 3-6-3 double play, and Obataki's retired on what was a beautiful turn.
Great job by Adam Burton. I mean, that's a tough play. He does a nice job down at first. He's played well defensively the whole series. They fielded the ball, made the nice throw, got to step inside to get it in from the runner and not throw over the runner, threw it on the inside third. Ryan Gilman made a nice catch on the ball and turned it 2.
We got another pinch hitter. This one will be Shigimoto. TJ Shigimoto, a 333 hitter coming into the Colt World Series. No home runs and no RBIs. And the 0-1, he went to bunt it. Oh, that caught Jake right where you hate to be caught. But just like that, the count's 0-2. Shigimoto hitting for Oligo. That one just missed. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. 1, 5, and 6 for Lafayette. 7-8-0 for Hawaii with 2 gone. You're in the bottom of the 6th, and that hit him in the back of the head. It was a curveball. And I guess if there's ever a pitch you want to get hit by, it's a curveball.
Be a little safer than a fastball would, especially from Tommy Timmons. Tommy Gunn, they call him.
Yep. Corey Raquel, right fielder. Now will get his swings. 1 on, 2 out for Hawaii in a 7-1 Hawaii lead. And the first pitch fouled off right side. And that little kid almost made a sensational catch out there on that foul ball. So Raquel down on the count 0-1. Long look over at his third base coach, Gerald Aku.
Runner going, I think, yeah.
The runner does go, swing, and a foul back to the screen. So the count moves up to no balls and 2 strikes. One run in the second, and that has been it for the Lafayette All-Stars. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, for Hawaii. Here's the 0-2 to Raquel. He just pokes the bat on the ball and a slow roller to second. Perkins got it over to first in time. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits. One left. We have completed 6. Do-or-die Lafayette. They got 3 outs to try to get back into this one. They're down 6. This is the Colt World Series on Cox Communication Sports.
Wouldn't it be nice if everything were guaranteed like Cox Cable Service?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's $20.
I'm sorry your table wasn't ready. Your dinner will be free.
It would be nice. And Cox Communications offers you these guarantees. On-time service appointments or a $20 credit, guaranteed. And on-time installation, or it's free, guaranteed. Cox Communications, quality you can count on. Too bad everything isn't guaranteed like Cox Cable Service.
We go to Meijer for just about everything.
Hey, if anybody needs one-stop shopping and low prices, it's the Dilly family.
Chocolate pudding,
Detergent, pots and pans,
aspirin, tricycles,
way too many trikes,
mashed potatoes,
lens cleaner,
sneakers.
Velcro.
Meijer, low prices on everything an instant family of 8 needs.
Well, if Lafayette's going to do anything, they're going to have to do it with their 4, 5, and 6 hitters. It'll be Burton, Knapp, and Olds. And if you're going to get something started, you kind of like to have those guys to be the ones to get it going.
Well, it's important the first batter has a good at bat. And it's really important that they get on base because, I mean, you don't want to start in this game when you got to have 7 runs to win this game and move yourself in the middle round and not get that leadoff man on.
Well, the infield, I'm sure, with a little talk of let's get up 1, 2, 3 and let's advance to the tournament. We'll see if Team Hawaii can do that. We got a new pitcher on the mound as well for Kauai, Hawaii. That is Jason Nakata. So Nakata. There's a shot down the right field line, and that's foul. Nakata, left-hander. Doesn't look like he has too much velocity, but
not as much as Cortez. Not as much as that kid. That kid throws the ball really well. Throws the ball hard and movement on the ball, off-speed pitch. He's got a lot of things that he can throw. This kid's a little bit less velocity.
Good curveball. Burton was froze. He's down on strikes. 1 out.
You know, if Hawaii hangs on here and wins this game, they're going to be first place in this division, Tony. They'll be playing the winner, or the loser, rather, of tomorrow night's second game between Hoosier North and Puerto Rico.
Ryan Knapp, the hitter. And the fastball runs high for ball 1.
That game will be played, I mean, it's going to be played on Monday. I'm not sure what time yet, but it'll be played on Monday.
That's a 57-footer. 2 balls, no strikes. Jim Old stands on deck. Here's the pitch to Ryan, and that's across the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike to Rhino. Came into this at bat hitting 200 in the series. That one well outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now the count. There you see Brian McDonald. He's just, I'm sure, more beside himself than anything else. The 3-1, that's into the dirt. So drawing a walk and keeping the inning alive is Ryan Knapp. And here comes Jimmy Olds.
The nice thing about baseball, Tony, is you're not running against the clock. I mean, you've got your 3 outs. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. In basketball, you got a clock, 8 seconds or 8 minutes a quarter. In football, you got 12 minutes a quarter. In baseball, you got 3 outs.
Jimmy Olds doesn't look too happy with that call. He finds himself down in the count 0-1. Ripped into left field, base hit. So Lafayette has runners on first and second. That's a sweet piece of hitting there by Jimmy Olds.
That's a nice at bat. Jimmy does a great job. You know, if I'm going to be successful against Jimmy, I think I'm going to try to make him pull the ball and pitch him inside.
Rich Gilman, the hitter now.
Jimmy Olds becoming an excellent outside third hitter. Takes the ball where it's pitched every time. Doesn't try to pull that ball. Takes it to the left. Does a nice job at the plate.
Single to center, but he's also popped out. So he's 1 for 2 coming into this at bat. There's one out, but Lafayette trying to knock on the door here. We got runners on first and second. That curve low. Outfield playing Gilman straight away. Fairly deep, especially in right, more so than left and center. Big curveball. Oh, mercy. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, even though these Gilmans are twins, one bats from the right here, one bats from the left, don't they?
Yep. The 1-2 fouled back.
Unless they're switch hitters. Maybe they're switch hitters, I guess. They could be that.
I think maybe Ryan is a switch hitter, now that you got me thinking about it. No, he bats left. He said he bats left. And Rich just is a straight-up right-handed hitter. The 1-2 to Rich. Stays alive with a little tapper back to the mound. Nakakata is going to retire Gilman at first for 2 out. The runners move 90 or 60 feet. Or not, sorry, 90 feet. And it'll be up now to Ryan Gilman. Ryan has hit to a fielder's choice. He's also flied out. Ryan 0 for 2. Faces Nakata here. And that misses ball 1. Pitch by Nakakata, jammed him, popped it up. Santos gathers, and Hawaii will end up in first place as they win this one by a final tally of 7-1. 1 run, 6 hits, 6 errors for the Lafayette All-Stars. 7 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Team Hawaii. Don't go away. We got a post-game show coming up. Brian McDonald will join us. Jake and I will wrap things up here from Loeb Stadium. Again, your final, 7-1. Team Hawaii over the Lafayette All-Stars. Back in a moment.
Hawaii finishes number 1 in the red division. Every day, Maya doesn't let no one else.
They have sale prices on top of their everyday low prices.
The produce is always fresh.
Getting a battery charger for motorcycles.
Just bought a toaster for my daughter.
Tennis shoes.
Hammers, nails.
You can find just about anything in here.
I love your sales. Can't beat it.
Maya low prices, on top of low prices, every day.
The L&B Feedhorn weather cover.
Jim,
100 feet RG6 burial table.
couldn't you have hired someone to do this?
Guy wanted $150. I'm saving us money. Whoops. Dish must face south.
Jim.
Make sure the line of sight is clear for best reception.
These days, when everyone's promising you the future of television, isn't it nice to know you already have it?
7 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 for Team Hawaii. 1 run, 6 hits, and 6 errors for the Lafayette All-Stars. They left 5 on base. Mayada is the winner, and Shane Allen suffers the loss in this one. Joining me now is the head coach of the Lafayette All-Stars, Brian McDonald. And Coach, well, I'll tell you what, congratulations on a tremendous series. You had a lot of great talent. I bet you it was a lot of fun for you.
It was, Tony. The kids worked really well. And it's hard for me to say they're kids now because I don't feel that old. But the guys really worked hard. They came out to practice. We even had double sessions in 95-degree heat. They didn't complain about one bit. And they did a real good job. It's unfortunate that we couldn't make the plays, but that's baseball.
Again, errors seem to be another factor, even in the couple nights ago against East St. James.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that these guys can make the play. I've seen them make the play, and they know they can make the play. And unfortunately, it seems like our errors are contagious, where our hitting would be contagious also. So it's an evil circle there. So we'll just have to deal with that.
Did you have a lot of fun?
I did. I really did. It's fun being out here with the crowd and everything, and fun being around the kids. They keep you loose, so it's a lot of fun.
This was your first year at the Colt World Series, coaching wise. If they ask you again, are you going to give it another shot?
I'll have to think about it. Of course, I had to think about the first time here. So, the door's still open. I haven't closed it yet. We'll just have to sit down and talk about it.
Coach, thanks very much for everything.
Thank you, Tony, and Cox Cable for all their coverage.
You bet. All right, Jake Burton now rejoins us here. And, Jake, tough loss, tough pill for this Lafayette All-Star team to swallow, but it's the little things. How many times have we said it? It's the little things that win you ball games.
Well, they come out here and they're in a situation, more than the little things that we talk about as far as playing the game, is just the enthusiasm that you've got to have when you come out here, and you've got to have 8 runs, first of all. You've got to come out a little more excited than these kids did, and that may be tough to do, but, geez, I mean, their kids are young. This is a fun time of their life. The baseball is a great game to play, and if they play hard, they're going to have fun because they're going to win.
One thing that we got to Shane Allen, first and foremost, making another appearance. Brian had to go to him again tonight. He's a good athlete.
I think Shane's a good pitcher. He's going to really help Lafayette Jeff in the next couple of years, and he throws a hard fastball, and if he can mix his pitches a little more and be effective locating, he's going to be a pretty good pitcher for them.
Perkins, not. I guess the list can really go on for this Lafayette All-Star team. Every one of those kids got a great future ahead.
Well, I think there's a lot of good kids here, and there's a lot. Lafayette is a good. I think Harry Bradway made that statement yesterday. Lafayette does have a great baseball community for high school baseball, and there's kids from all the different programs in the area that could contribute in teams like this, and do contribute when they come here and play for Lafayette and Hoosier North. So you see some good kids here, and people should appreciate the effort these kids give.
Now, speaking of Hoosier North, tomorrow night they got Puerto Rico. That's a big game for them.
Well, it's a big game, but yet, it's not a critical game from the standpoint that they're going to go in that. They're going to be in the medal round. It doesn't matter whether they win or lose. They're playing the medal round. It's just a matter of whether they're going to want to play Hawaii or if they want to play Lutker. And if they want to play Lutker, then they're going to have to win the game. If they're going to play Hawaii, then they lose the game. So that's the way it is. But Danny goes in a situation here where it's not a game with a must-win because he's going to play in the medal round anyway, and he's going to be able to come back in the medal round with his top 2 pitchers. I like Hoosier North's chances. I think they're sitting in a nice position,
especially with the strong pitching staff that they have.
Strong pitching staff and kids that are really getting after it and having fun and look a little bit more excited. Now, granted, it's a little more exciting to be 2-0 than it is 1-1 coming in this thing, but they're excited, and they've got a lot of kids that are contributing and doing some things well, and I think the coaching staff's done a nice job with that ball club, and we look for big things from them the next 3 days.
Well, it's going to be a lot of exciting baseball coming up. Now as the tournament is now getting ready to begin and positions are starting to get set. Tomorrow night we'll see once again Hoosier North. They're facing Puerto Rico. It'll be a dandy of a ball game, and hopefully you'll join us for all the action. For my partner, Jake Burton, I'm Tony Ross. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see you again tomorrow night right back here at Loeb Stadium. Again, the final score, 7-1, Team Hawaii over the Lafayette All-Stars. Until next time, so long, everyone.